السلام عليكم، كيف الحال؟ بخير الحمد لله.
Emails are slow.
Send me message ما تقول لي حتنسى. السلام عليكم. السلام عليكم. No, you and Hatta, I don't speak to you, Bob.
Why not?
You know why? Because once his name was talking to you. What's his name? Muhammad, Egyptian.
Yeah.
And you start, there's difference between having discussion, criticizing the Prophet from your point of view because you don't believe he's a prophet, and insulting.
Now, what's
you
an
went
insult?
on insulting
Give me an example.
this a backward man from the cave, right? This and that. Bro, you from Britain.
If the evidence suggests that, Shamsi,
He's a backward man because of the cave.
if the evidence suggests that, then it's a fair comment.
Was Jesus from London City?
It's a fair comment.
Was Jesus from London City?
Why do I say he was a backward man?
Bro, your God was a backward
He
man.
owned slaves. He
So-
owned slaves.
wait.
He traded in slaves.
Wait.
He allowed women to be raped.
Wait.
He had sex with a child.
Okay.
Is any of these
Okay.
statements false?
Wait.
Which
Okay.
one of those
You've
statements
spoken
is
now,
false,
yeah?
Shamsi?
Firstly, if the European followed Prophet Muhammad's advice, you would have gone enslaved black people. Why I'm
not
saying
true.
that, let me finish. Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam said, anyone that goes around and enslave people, enslave what? Free people, then Allah will be his opponents on day of resurrection. So Islamically, you're not allowed to kidnap people and say that I'm slaves. That's why Ibn Hajj al-Haythami, who existed, let's say, nearly 700 years ago, he said that, Ibn Hajj al-Haythami, quoting another scholar, he said there is no slavery anymore in our time. How long ago? 700 years ago. Servitude, I call it servitude, yeah? Because when you say slavery, people have an image about slavery, yeah? I call it servitude. He said, why? He said, because what's happening now is 700 years ago. 700 years ago. He said, what's happening now? People that have been taken as servants either been kidnapped or the Muslims fighting each other. And none of them is permissible to own because it's haram. So now, let me finish. The European, what they did, they came to black people in Africa and they enslaved them. You have to allow me to finish
I know
before.
what you do. You talk and talk and talk.
No,
and
I have to finish that. I'm not going to walk off.
And that's what it's probably going to
I'm not going to walk off.
Okay.
The tactic of Bob, he doesn't let you finish. That's the tactic of Bob. Why? Because he knows
Because I know what
that
you do,
look, you see, he's not going to let me finish.
You've made a point.
No, allow me to finish. Bob, if you
You're
allow
making a second point
Bob,
now.
no, if you don't allow me to finish,
Okay, so you're making 2 points.
I'm not making second. Look, Bob, I
It's the
spoke.
second point. You're going on to
Bob, take care of yourself because it's a joke. You know why? Because you don't let me to finish.
Shamsi,
Bob, you have to let me to
I know
finish.
what you're going to do. You're going to
I'm not making second point.
You're going to walk away.
Bob,
You're probably
if you
even doing it now.
Bob.
Go on. So, you're
So
making 2
I've
points.
been here
Go on.
15 years, yeah.
Wait, now he's making a different point. Shamsi, let me reply to the point that you made.
No, brother, let the people see the love of Jesus. The love of Jesus manifested through his
We
manners.
know that Shamsi's
No, I mean, finish.
got his high boys around.
But
Shamsi's been running for me for 4 years.
oh, Bob, I exposed you many times to be a liar, to believe God's inside your eye.
So
Come on.
can
No,
reply
I haven't
to your
finished.
point?
I haven't finished.
Okay, we'll let him go on and then we'll
I
see
haven't
if he
finished.
actually listens.
I haven't finished. No, it's not 2 points so far.
Going on to a
It's the
second
same point.
It's going on to second point.
Are you his commentator?
Yes, I am. Hurry up.
Okay.
Go on.
He's a teacher of Christianity. The Christians, they will not keep quiet when the person is speaking. They will keep disturbing. And by the way, this person is known to be always drinking alcohol before you come speaker's corner. So imagine alcoholic person recording for you. Anyway, so let me do my first point here. So my first point, which you interrupted me very rudely.
You finished that.
Now, this man, you know, alaykum salam wa barakatuh. People say I run from this guy, you know. This guy who believed God was inside private party can never away from him.
Shamsi,
Allow me to finish my point
finish
anyway.
your point.
If you don't interrupt, I will finish. If you don't interrupt, are you ready?
Okay, shall we do it time?
No, are you ready?
Okay, so I'm going to be quiet. Let's see if he allows me to reply.
Let us put you on test, yeah?
Yeah.
So what I was going to say about the slavery, the Europeans, when they came to enslave black people, they don't use the Quran. They use what? The Bible, okay? So what I was going to mention, he tried to say Prophet is backward because of slavery and so on. I'm going to assure him that if Prophet Muhammad was backward because of slavery, your God must be worse than, because Prophet Muhammad was a man. For the sake of argument, which I don't accept it, for the sake of argument, no. This is nonsense. Prophet is the best man for mankind, yeah? Your God who said what? If your slave doesn't listen to you, you put a hole in his ear. That's his God. So are you going to call him backward?
Okay, can I reply now?
Yeah, are you going to call you God backward?
Now let's see if Shamsi doesn't interrupt.
Okay, let's see, Bob.
So the reason why I criticise Muhammad for being backward is because of a number of different things, of which slavery is one example. But let me list the reasons why. But it's important to frame this conversation properly. Because
can you come this side?
Oh, he's interrupting.
I said, can you come this side?
No.
It's okay, it's okay.
I want to go this side, brother.
Why, Shamsi, why are you interrupting?
Okay.
Why are you interrupting?
So now if I said to you, can I?
Oh no, look at that, he's interrupting.
All right,
It's amazing how he loses the high ground. And
I'm just going to say,
Are you still
any human being who does something.
interrupting again?
Still interrupting.
Okay, finish.
Shamsi.
All right, finish. I know the psychological war. I know that. No, be calm. Let the man speak who believes God is a private part. I'm speaking to him. I'm not speaking to you. I'm not interrupting you. I'm speaking to him. Are you going to control my mouth?
Look about his
Hold a minute. So I'm not allowed to speak to no one else.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly why I wasn't embarrassed to interrupt Shamsi.
Yes, that's it. Hypocrisy. The Western world, he's a real example of white Christian supremacists who know for hypocrisy.
I'm not saying Shamsi would do this.
I said I'm going to run, but I haven't run.
Protest that I should listen
I believe it's Hara protesting, by the
now
way.
he's not listening to the counterpoint. So Shamsi has given up the high ground on interruptions. So now that we've done that, if he interrupts me again, I will feel at liberty to interrupt Shamsi as I please.
That's fair, Bob.
So let us frame the argument correctly. The reason why Muhammad is subject to criticism is because of the lofty position that he holds within the Islamic community. Every Muslim to a T will say that Muhammad is the best example.
Indeed.
He is the best man.
Indeed.
There you go, interrupting once more.
I'm not interrupting. I'm saying
there you
indeed.
go, interrupting.
I can't
so
speak.
Now I'm going to be at liberty to interrupt Shamsi
Yes,
and watch him complain.
I'm not interrupting. I'm saying indeed.
When I do.
Salam alaikum.
Alhamdulillah, the matter is,
no, don't say salam to me because I'm interrupting now. I'm not allowed to say salam.
Is the best example.
Then
You're saying that Muhammad is the best example when he traded in slaves. That he is the best example when he owned slaves. That he is the best example when he married a 6-year-old child, as if a child could ever consent, and then had sex with a 9-year-old child, as if a 9-year-old child could be ready to have sex. If you're saying that Muhammad is the best example when he allowed his followers to rape their female captives, even though they were married still. You're saying that he is the best example when he robbed pagan caravans, that he waged war, that he said that he will not stop until all the Jews and Christians are excluded from the Arabian Peninsula. And he's smiling. There must have been at the background.
Yeah, straightforward. Smile. Be proud. Be proud.
Be proud.
Be proud. Allah Akbar. Be proud. Yes, be proud.
Be proud.
Be proud. Finish. I'm going to expose him today. Today, I'm going to expose him.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Let him speak.
Now, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to, no, brother. I'm going to expose him like we expose Bush and Putin.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Just
when I
speak.
interrupt them, they'll all be complaining about it. But they're not
Like you were complaining as well.
Now,
4 minutes, خلاص. Take out 4 minutes.
Listen.
How are you going to speak to tomorrow?
Listen. So that's the argument framed correctly. Now, if it is a case
Bob, we took 4 minutes.
Muhammad did
Bob,
not do
don't be
these
scared. We took
things,
4 minutes. Are you going to be?
If no, I offered the time. You said no.
You're going to speak for long?
No,
Okay.
you offered time.
Okay.
You said
So when are you going to stop?
So no. Notice the interruption.
Because I'm a man of honor.
I'll
I finish.
stop when I finish my
No, but you
point.
mentioned many points.
Do you remember?
No, he mentioned many
when you
points.
said that?
No. I mentioned one point, and you haven't dealt with it. About slavery. About slavery.
Notice.
Anyway, don't interrupt. He's going to run. He's going to run. Because I want to refute his claim on the camera. So let him finish. No, let him finish. Don't call him a liar.
Let me finish.
Let him
finish.
Let him
Shamsi
finish.
says to let me finish.
Yeah, let him finish.
So please, hype men, shut up. Right. Furthermore, so if Muhammad has done all these things and he is the best example, then that means that it is an example for you to do. And I think that it is fair to call slave traders backwards. It is fair to call paedophiles backwards. It is fair to call people who perform ethnic cleansing backwards. Muslims complain when ethnic cleansing is done to them in Burma, but they're saying Allahu Akbar when Muhammad sought to ethnically cleanse the Arabian Peninsula. And this is the hypocrisy that your moral example leads you into. Now, Let me address his second point.
What is you telling last story? No, doesn't work like that. No. You mentioned Bob, doesn't work like that, bro.
No.
You mentioned many points, bro. You mentioned about slavery. No. You mentioned about slavery. You mentioned about Prophet's marriage. You mentioned about Prophet's marriage. Come on. Let him finish.
Let me finish.
Because on the camera, they're going to say who's going to run.
So he said,
Wait.
well, he said that God of the Christians is worse. But Muslims consistently fail to
I didn't say worse, you're lying, I didn't say worse.
Muslims
I didn't say worse, you
fail to
misquote me.
appreciate
You just misquote me, I
the
don't care, you
fact
carry on.
that the covenant is what Christians believe in. Covenant, old and new. And we sit in a new covenant, a new paradigm. So we don't go out onto the street saying Moses, follow Moses. We say follow Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ did not do the things Muhammad did. Jesus Christ is a better example to you than Muhammad. If the shoe fits, Muhammad should wear it. And there are titles that we give to people who trade in slaves, rape, commit genocide, and then have sex with children.
Finish.
Now you can reply.
Oh, you know what?
I'm going to
I'm not
interrupt
going to finish.
freely.
I'm not going to finish today. You know what? You're going to be over. Because he mentioned many points, my brothers and sisters. Ladies and gentlemen, many times I have debated with the Bob.
That's a lie.
Bob believes.
A handful of times.
Bob believes God is inside his eye, firstly.
That's also a lie. I don't believe that.
Okay, I'm going to carry on speaking. You're going to check our channel, Shamsi with Bob, into you as da'wah.
And I do not say what Shamsi says that
Thirdly, let me deal every point. Let me deal with every point, yeah? He said we're going to call every person that involved in slavery backward.
I didn't say that.
I'm going to finish because you misquote me as well. You talk about slavery, yes? Now, there's two types. There's slavery and servitude. What is the difference between the two? In Islam, believe every human being is free. And no one should be servant. You know, two wrong doesn't make one right. Do you agree with that?
Carry on, you're talking.
No, I'm asking you, do you agree with that or
I'm
not?
not answering, carry on talking.
Man of honor, you know, he's scared to answer. Because why? If for the sake of arguments, if I was doing wrong, that shouldn't be justified to do wrong. Because if someone was raping your wife, you're not going to go rape his wife, are you?
Like
for the sake of argument.
had his followers
Prophet never raped
the wives
you're not going to let me finish. The Prophet's son though is better than you, more respectful than you. Now let me carry on. Now he mentioned some points. So servitude, as I have mentioned, my brothers and sisters, to break down and expose the hypocrisy of the white supremacist Christian, Bob, you're going to see that. I'm not going to, allow me finish now, okay? Allow me to finish. You are a white supremacist Christian. Okay, I know that very well. And now I'm going to elaborate. Let me finish. Let me finish. Yeah, pretend, yeah. Yeah, black brother.
Latino brother.
Yeah.
Right behind the camera.
That's what your ancestors did. It's
racist.
He's not let me finish.
Racist white supremacist.
No, he's speaking.
Who loves his black and Latino
It's
brothers.
more racist. It's more racist for you to say I'm racist. That's more racist for you to say I'm racist.
I've not said you're racist.
Anyway,
I know that you're not racist. I'm not throwing
okay,
out
thank you.
false
But I know you're
accusations.
racist. All right. Let me finish now. Yeah, let me carry on.
Someone accused
Elaborate.
you publicly.
So
Don't they have to
slavery
provide
and
the proof?
servitude.
Isn't that in your Sharia
I was
law?
not cutting you like that. I was not cutting you like that, Bob. No, wait. Bob, I never cut you like that, you know. Except you're scared. No, it wasn't like that. I was speaking to a brother. No, that is a sign of you scared.
He would complain.
That's a sign of you scared.
There you go.
No. Firstly, I was speaking to a brother. That is not protect. No.
You talking to me the same way you're talking to him, to your cheerleader.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
hypocrisy. Anyway, he mentioned points. I have to clarify those points, yeah? So servitude has been mentioned by the scholars. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in the Quran, Adam was created as a free man. Servitude in Islam came after, and it never came by with the Muslims. It exists after. Now, when is allowed servitude? Where? Not because you're from a tribe, therefore you're allowed to enslave any tribe, as the all-loving Jesus have mentioned to the Israelites to enslave people. Yes? Secondly, when is allowed in Islam? In a time of war. That's why Prophet Muhammad the Prophet Muhammad said, anyone that goes around and take 3 people as a slave,